Good morning and welcome to Monday morning's assembly with Mr. Hannah. It's a little bit different doing it from home, but I thought I'd give it a go. So hopefully you're ready for some fun, a story and some ideas on things you can do at home. Today I'm going to start with the story of Mr. Big, one of my favourite stories of all time. And if you're a little bit sad to be not at school, hopefully this story will cheer you up and give you something to think about. Make sure you stay tuned after the story, as I've got several exciting ideas of things you could do to help around the home, followed by an activity I'm going to show you how to make an origami bookmark. Make sure you don't pause, and if you want to, you can go back and watch the video again if you can't remember how to do it. So, Mr. Big, a story written by an author called Ed Verse. Here we go. Let me tell you a story about a friend of mine. He goes by the name of Big. Mr. Big. Now, Mr. Big had a small problem. Compared to everyone else, he was extremely big. He was so big that anywhere he went, all everyone saw was someone big and scary. No one stuck around to find out who he really was. So inside, Mr. Big felt very, very small. And that's how it always was. When Mr. Big went to the cafe, everyone had other things to do. When Mr. Big got on the bus, everyone else got off. And when Mr. Big went to the pool, well, let's just say everyone else needed to be somewhere else. No one ever saw the real Mr. Big. One day, Mr. Big noticed a piano in the shop window. It looked all alone, just like him. So he bought it and he took it home. As Mr. Big sat alone at the piano, he thought of all the things that made him sad, and then he played. His music drifted out through the open window and into the evening sky. It drifted across the rooftops over to his neighbours, and they wondered who was playing such beautiful music. Hey, that cat can play! The word spread, and night after night everyone came from all over town, and still no one knew who was playing. It was a big mystery. But inside, Mr. Big was still alone. And then, one morning, Mr. Big received his first ever letter. The pianist. It was an invitation, and it said, "Dear mystery pianist, thank you for your beautiful music. Everyone's been listening to you for weeks, and we're all wondering one thing. Who are you? We'd love to meet you. Me and a couple of the guys are playing tonight at the Blue Note. Please come and join our band. See you later. A friend." That night, Mr. Big joined the band. All night long the joint was jumping, and nobody wanted to leave. At last, everyone could see the real Mr. Big. Go, baby, go. Groovy, man. Hot, man. Yeah, baby, jazz. He's cooking daddy-o. Let's hear it for Mr. Big. That's all, folks. Now that the big band has hit the big time and everyone wants to meet them, Mr. Big has a new problem. He doesn't get much time to be alone, and that's just the way he likes it. Please, can you sign my book, Mr. Big? Groovy, baby, I'm your biggest fan. Like, is it really you? Wow, can I have your autograph, please? And that is the story of Mr. Big. Now, maybe you're sat at home feeling a little bit sad and lonely, or maybe somebody else is. And there are loads of ways you can cheer somebody up. Maybe you could help around the home. So what else could you learn to do? How about tying your shoelaces? Laying the table for somebody. Maybe you could get someone to teach you. Making your bed. That will really help someone. Cook a meal for someone. Maybe you could do the laundry. Get someone to show you how to use the washing machine. Doing the washing up for someone at home. Folding your clothes so your bedroom's nice and neat. Tying your tie so when you come back to school, you're an ace at it. Maybe you could write a letter. You might have a neighbour or someone close by, you could pop it through their door. Learn a new language. There are loads of places you can do that. Now, what about trying to learn a new skill? We're going to try and make an origami bookmark. So, you need the following things in front of you. An A4 piece of paper, a glue stick if you have one, although it will work without it, and a pair of scissors. The first thing you need to do is take your A4 piece of paper and fold it like so. We're trying to create a square. Make sure you crease the paper by pressing down firmly with your finger. Now take your pair of scissors and cut off the rectangle you can see. Make sure you're careful. If you're not too good with a pair of scissors, ask someone at home to help you. When that's done, place the rectangle to one side. We won't need this. And then open out your paper and you can see it's now a square. Okay, the next thing you need to do is fold the square in half and again run firmly down the crease line with your finger. And then we're going to fold it in half again. And make sure again you push your finger along the crease line. Now once we've done that, we're going to take our paper and open it out. Lay it in front of you so that it's nice and flat. There are 4 squares and we're going to start by cutting one of the squares out. Again, make sure you're careful with the scissors, and if you're not too good at cutting out, maybe somebody could help you. Once this is done, take the square that you've cut and place it to one side. We won't need this piece. Now if you look, you can see the shape in front of you. We could use a ruler and draw a line here and here. I'm going to try it without a ruler to make it a little bit easier. Fold in to create a straight line and again push down to crease. Do exactly the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to take our scissors and cut these pieces out. So again, very carefully cut along the crease line. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Okay, now take the pieces we've cut out. We don't need those anymore. Okay, for our final steps, you need to follow the video carefully now. We're going to fold in and again push along the crease line and fold in the other piece. We should have a square now. Open out, and if you do have glue, I'm going to glue here just to make sure my bookmark stays together. Okay, fold the flap down and very firmly make sure the glue is stuck. Okay, we're almost finished. Now we don't need the scissors anymore, so we'll place those to one side. I'm going to just open out my bookmark and we are ready now to place it on our book. So this bookmark slips neatly over the corner of your page and you can see it will keep your position in the book. So if I open up my book, I take a few pages and pop them just inside my origami bookmark, and then you can see where you're up to whilst you're reading during your time away from school. Now for the best part, decorating it. There, that's my decoration because I love the minions, and you can see here I can place it over my book and I have one fantastic bookmark. Now I know you'll have lots of fun doing this, and I'll show you some other possible ideas for decoration. Here are some great other ideas that you can see other children have made. What would be really fantastic is if you do make a bookmark, you could send it through to me and then maybe I could have a look and judge my favourite ones from across the school. Now that's all for this week, and don't forget your teachers will be uploading lessons for you every day, so look carefully at them, take your time and try to make sure that someone at home is helping you if you're a little bit stuck. Whilst we're all at home, try to enjoy your time with people around you, making sure that you're helping out around the house, and Mr. Hannah will be back for an assembly next week.